You're live.
It says scenes beta.
Scenes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
On
thing.
the left. We are alive.
Oh, now look. You remember
Yes.
we were playing around with the views. Okay, we got bigger views on the
I wonder
vertical
where,
video, but
yeah.
look, now we're more narrow on in the main one.
No, that's all right.
You think so?
There's less wasted space. Let me see if I can do a screen share on this thing. Where does that show up? Let's share that one. And well, okay, we both go to the bottom and kind of tough on the mobile side, but all right, just want to see what that looked like. Let's go back to what were we on? This one?
The screen grab. It looks like I'm looking at you with a little disdain or something. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
I didn't see the screen grab yet.
I'm sure. You go look at your phone. I'm gonna paste it. Send it to your phone.
I'm doing a refresh on our Technorama page so I can share the video. I'm looking off to the side again is what I'm seeing.
Oh, it changed.
Thanks, Facebook. You get the best shots every time.
You know what one of the things I really hate about Facebook is like you take a minute and you go, "Oh, I kind of want to read that." But I join a meeting. So I'll leave the page alone. I come back after the meeting or whatever distraction it was, and I go, you pull open the tab and it refreshes. I'm like, why do you refresh?
Yeah, you almost have to drill into that exact article to preserve it.
Yeah. I'm like,
Right.
always.
That was good. I just used that as my caption as I shared the video. One of the things I really hate about Facebook.
Yeah, even on the phone, it's like you go do something, come back and go, okay, I want to read that, and it refreshes. I'm like,
hello, Jeff. He's responding to my. I think I'm just gonna do code snippets in my caption from now on.
Right.
It all started about 1988 when I was writing a C program, and I forgot to do a define on a constant, and I was doing like a screen layout. This was like an old DOS application. I had background colors and foreground colors and whatnot defined, and I had one that was defined as normal. Only I forgot to define normal, so the compiler came up and it said, "Error 6001, normal not defined." I said, "Yes, that's a T-shirt."
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Dylan.
Normal not defined.
Crescendo, excuse me.
I can't read anything right now. I got my glasses off. Shall we begin? We haven't started the podcast. This is just like the prep stuff. Make sure our titles and whatnot work.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. I've done it before.
Banner. That banner works. That banner works.
Does it?
We don't have to teach them all. Okay. Let us begin. Deep inhale. Deep exhale.
Good thoughts. All right.
Let's go. Blue waters. I gotta make sure know where all the buttons and things are. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Technorama episode 789 because 789. Thank you, listener Steve, for the suggestion on the title. Craig had something else in there, but I went, nope. You nailed it like 2 episodes ago. I remember.
I totally forgot to put it in there.
Welcome to Technorama. This is the show that takes a lighthearted look at tech, science, sci-fi, and whatever's left.
Whatever's left.
Like Sunday's dinner.
Right. Yeah. Just put it all in a pot and we mix it up.
I'm Chuck from Phoenix, and you are?
Craig from Hendersonville. I started to say Rock Hill.
How long has it been? 2 years?
Well, no, it's how long I was there. It was
Right. It's
50
sort of
something
it's
years.
like screen burning at this point.
Yeah,
You're not getting anything new from this point out.
I know.
Yeah,
You're just lucky I'm here.
I've been retired over a year, and I still say we and us like I still work there. Like, nah,
I know.
I was even there this past week in San Diego visiting some
Yeah.
friends, and there happened to be a homebrew competition going on at the same
Right.
time.
So how did that go?
That was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. I got to see Steve and Christy Holden Wednesday night, had dinner with them. Reminded myself why I don't like the San Diego traffic.
Oh, well, I like San Diego minus the traffic.
Hung out at the office on Thursday afternoon/evening. They had the homebrew competition, so I got to see a lot of old friends, including several employees that have been there longer than me.
Mhm.
Did not see some key people that I did want to see, but you can't win everything every time. However, I did meet a lot of new people. You know what's funny is
Okay.
every year they have a theme for
Mhm.
the homebrew competition.
Oh,
And
I did not know that.
in
Okay.
the past, you've seen the shirt with like Fred Luddy doing the
Oh,
Sam Adams pose, right?
yes, I have seen
Okay.
that.
I donated that one to this t-shirt collection because they've got a wall of
Oh, this is
fame.
actually the one I saw was yours, I think.
Yes, and
Okay.
that's the one that now hangs proudly in the San Diego office. Well, there's one for Heineken, there's one for Sierra Nevada, and it instead of saying Sierra Nevada, it says Service Now Homebrew. So they're doing it in the style of a beer
Service
label.
Hey, Service Now Vada.
This this year they had a theme called Surf and Saddle.
Mhm.
So an employee did a logo. It was circular. It didn't look like a beer label. I kind of guess it could have been a beer label. It had a cowboy hat and a surfboard,
Mhm.
but they didn't tell the employees the meaning behind that.
Yeah, what Surf and Sat what is that?
See, you've been there 10 years, you don't even know.
No, I don't know.
Oh, Craig. So back when the company was in Solana Beach, they were in this building called the Wooden Spaceship. That
I
was
know
the
that part.
affectionate name for that.
Yep.
Every day at like 4:30, the building would empty out, and those who didn't go down to the beach at Fletcher Cove and go surfing went over to the bar across the alley called the Surf and Saddle. Now
Oh, I
it's
see.
called McCaffrey's or something.
Mhm.
So that's also why one of those 2 destinations was the inspiration for naming the internal surf instance.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, that wasn't just accidental. So
Okay.
as Suzanne Smith said, Santa Clara may be the headquarters for the company, but San Diego is the heart and soul. And I
Yeah.
completely agree with that.
Yeah.
So long drive there, long drive back, but still managed it all right. It was a good time. Good time.
Good.
How was your week?
I would say largely uneventful. Just a lot of coding going on at work, but other than that, really not a whole lot.
I got a lot of coding going on, but it not work.
Yeah.
I'm still having fun with the Discord bots, adding a few new features here and there, coming up with new ideas, improvement. I
Yep.
did find one thing with MySQL. I was just issuing straight MySQL commands at the database.
Yeah.
Realized that's not the secure way to do it. The secure way is to use these placeholders like question marks that go into your insert and update
Mhm.
statements. And then it takes an array of values and goes, okay, that's the first question mark. That's the second question mark. That's the third
Right.
question mark.
Oh, yes. I've done that in PHP all the time.
And it makes me wonder, remember that old ticketing system I wrote like
Oh.
30 years ago?
Mhm.
I didn't know about this back then, so I suspect it's running some insecure code. Uh,
Yeah,
well,
because that
probably
was
for the same
primarily to kind of ward off some SQL injection.
SQL injections.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. Now I
Mhm.
know I escaped quotes to get away with that, but I don't know what else it covers.
Yeah, but that when you start when you start inline, if you start putting escape quotes and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
it gets a little hard to read, you
Yes.
know. So yeah.
Yep. 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 Well, you have to do a lot of search and replace kind of stuff.
Well, I did learn something new in PHP. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in doing that, in migrating to the newer, modern, secure method of doing that, it made a lot of things much easier because I'm not responsible for escaping the quotes. I'm not responsible for
Yes.
quoting the
Mhm.
strings. it's like it just automatically knows. Like, oh, thank goodness, that makes that a lot easier. So a lot of my code got, just torn out because I didn't need it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've had to go back and do that, and that's actually been kinda standard practice for me for a while. So I knew, about doing prepared, SQL statements, and it does work. It works well. It makes things much more saner to deal with. Because 'cause
Yep.
I've had problems, with the dog days of podcasting before. Because I was like, "Why is it breaking?" And, I'm
Somebody's ampersand or something.
yeah, somebody's got
URL went
ampersands
crazy.
or
Yep.
something weird coming through. So that's why I started doing that, I think, and it's been common practice for me.
It just makes it a smidge harder to debug because if you want to see the entire statement, which says, "Hey, that's not a valid value," like, all I see is question marks.
Hmm.
So I wrote something to reinsert them for me in the debug statement. I don't issue that command, but I can see what that fully digested,
Yeah.
distilled, I don't know what
Still,
processed,
yeah.
fully processed command looks like. So anyway, we are on a weird topic here.
Well, wait a minute. One more thing. I'll
Yeah,
tell you, and maybe we can talk. Well, I guess we can save it for the Patreon show
we
again.
probably should have done that section in the
Yeah,
Patreon show.
that's all right.
But Discord server's still getting some love. I'm having some fun, and we'll continue to do so. Shall we do the feedback?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We
Letter.
get letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters. I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy.
Mailman, mail today.
There is a little lag.
Oh, I know.
I was watching one of our old episodes when he says, "Oh boy," we're like off just by milliseconds. You and I both.
Yeah, there's like a quarter of a second because of the processor that I use for my camera to the computer
Hmm.
that I could do, but I'm
Yeah.
not worried about it. It's worse because you're trying to sing along and you've got also included the StreamYard/internet latency, and then it's got to
Mhm.
bounce back. But you know what? It's not bad when you think about all the things that have to happen to make this work.
Oh, not like it was back in the Skype days.
Look, we said we never speak of that again.
I think Skype had variable lag. It would change. I was like, "Oh, there's no predicting it."
You want to do the automatic gain control and the automatic latency disaster?
Right. Made editing a nightmare.
Our question of the week this time was, what's the most useless piece of merch you've ever bought? And our Facebook response came back with a whole whopping one. Lone Guys Night says, a knitted pair of figures. Tom Servo and Crow from MST3K. They do absolutely nothing, but I love them though.
Oh, actually, you know what? I had a thought. I haven't bought one, but what crossed my mind was popcorn. Those popcorn buckets for movies.
You bought you like
No,
brought them home?
no. No. I'm saying that the movies are the big thing is having themed popcorn buckets for the movies, like a
Oh,
Dune.
right.
They have the
Yes.
sandworms, and there was one for Tron when I saw Tron,
And
a week-
Beetlejuice. Yep.
and all that stuff. Yes, and I was like, that's kind of useless. I mean, you gonna load it up with popcorn to watch another movie at home?
No.
Yeah,
Use it for like storing nuts and bolts in the garage.
yeah.
But
Actually, yeah.
as a tool chest thing.
Well, my friend Fred, he got popcorn, and it came with a bucket, and that was actually a tin bucket. Like you could use it for a little trash can or
There you
something.
go.
So I
Can you
wouldn't say
bring
that
your
that's
own
useless.
in and just say fill her up? I'm recycling.
Yeah,
You gave this snake thing to me last time when we watched Dune. I know we're not watching Dune, but
snake,
save yourself a bucket.
snake thing,
Save the planet.
right? I know.
All right, we got to turn to Discord because we got a lot of responses over there. Question we
Okay.
posted in the aptly named question of the
Wait,
week group.
how do you get to the Discord, Chuck?
chuckchat.com/discord. Tough one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, who is also in the chat, said recently got this Technorama shirt and thought it would make me good at ServiceNow, but it hasn't kicked in yet. That's just useless. Wow, that's 2 digs in
Wait a
one.
minute. Hey, our own merch was excluded from this question.
Nope.
No.
Sweet Steve, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but his Discord handle is like
Mhm.
an anagram, Sweet and Steve, Stewe.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't noticed that until like a couple weeks after he
Yeah,
signed in. I went,
I noticed that
"That's
like the
cool."
2 weeks he showed up in our doorstep.
Our doorstep.
Well, virtual doorstep, the podcast, he showed up here.
He says, "Think I have 3 or 4 big movie boxes of T-shirts with different movie themes and stuff from when I worked at the cinema." Ooh,
Oh,
yikes.
yeah.
He also says, "I got this big James Bond branded telephone tapping kit sometime in the early 1980s." A, a telephone tapping kit. Interesting. I must have been around 12 or 13 years old back then. Anything with James Bond name on it felt like pure magic. I'd save up for it, probably from birthday money or doing odd chores, and ordered it through a mail order catalog. I think it came from the UK or maybe even the US. International orders were a big deal back then. I think they're still a big deal. And waiting weeks for something to arrive only added to the excitement. When the package finally showed up, me expecting something straight out of a spy movie with sleek gadgets, maybe a tiny microphone, wire switches, and the works. Instead, what I got was a beep contraption that looked like it had been thrown together by a hobgoblin. It barely worked, if at all. Oh, you're suffering from wish.com. The instructions? What instructions? The parts felt cheap. It was utterly and totally garbage. I had imagined myself eavesdropping like a secret agent, decoding secret messages and stuff. Instead, I was left with a piece of crap. Haunts me to this day.
Hmm.
Not bitter at all.
Right.
Humanoid writes, although I had many successes with Kickstarter, there were a few duds. One that comes to mind was a small solar panel that would output so little power, I never found a use for it.
What? What's the point of that? Oh, I guess that is useless. All right.
Brian Brown also makes a dig at us. He says, "My Technorama t-shirt."
Thanks, Brian.
But
Oh, yeah.
seriously, so much free swag crap I've got at cons, conferences, etc. I mean, most of my merch would be considered useless to most folks, but to me, it's memories of things I enjoy.
Yeah.
Tom P says, "Personal checks. I'm going to be 72 years old, and I think I have enough until the day I die."
Hey, why don't you can send us a couple. Yeah. Go ahead and knock them off.
He also follows up with, "How about politicians? Is that merch you can buy?"
Yes. Actually, I think you can.
Afro Duck says, "Demo USB sticks that are so undersized they can't be used for anything at all and are
Oh.
still branded with their logo." I wrote, "Good point. I remember finally getting a big one that was 4 gig. It was flat, so it didn't have a case. It was just like the PCB size,
I remember getting one.
but it
Also
was
4
so
gig.
slow. I swear it
Slow.
was only like
It
2
was slow.
megabytes an hour
It was slow, and I thought, okay, I'll just use it like an
in an
emergency. or something.
emergency."
And so, guess what? The file system got corrupted on it. It would never work anymore. So I was like, I tried formatting it for like 30 minutes. I was like, forget it. Just chunk it.
I may have finally removed mine from my man purse about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I think it was right 2012.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Mad Marv, well, because usually they give you your 256 meg. Like, I'm not going to use that for anything.
Hmm.
Then you get a 4 gig one going, ooh, it's big, but it's slow.
Right.
Mad Marv says, "I once bought swag for the office to give away at recruiting events at our local university. It was
Okay.
an engineering scale that is short enough to fit on a keychain and even has a hole punched on one end of it to fit a key ring. The problem is that it's a metric scale." Jeff
Okay.
comes back with another one. He says, "That's useful, though, to most people."
To most people. Some people. Yeah.
And then Kyle says, "I'm looking for those people."
I'm looking. Yeah.
Jeff has a picture, says, "I'm one of them."
Yeah. There you
All
go.
right. Good
Okay.
discussion. If you
Yeah.
want to join the conversation along with that and our magic virtual fridge, there's a lot of stuff going in. You can even recommend new products to add to the fridge.
Yeah.
I'm working on a new set of
Oh.
commands to tap into our history database that we've been building over the last couple decades.
Mhm.
So you can just say, "Hey, give me something that happened today," and it'll tell you randomly what happened. So
Hey,
those will be up
I
short.
I wanted to tell you, I wouldn't say it's exactly useless merch,
Yes.
but my friend Mike, his family had a video store, and there was a time when they would get movies in, and it would have like um, something related to the movie with it, like a little piece of memorabilia for some reason. And
Mhm.
one of them was when Psycho came out on VHS, and with Psycho, it was a keychain with the number one cabin.
Oh, at the Bates Motel.
I love that thing. I actually got it and I kept it for a long time. And I just was thinking about that when I mentioned the popcorn buckets. I went, wait, where is that Bates Motel one keychain? But I did put it on my keychain for a while when I was much younger, and it kind of got beat up by the keys. It was soft metal. It wasn't actually
Oh,
it's so
sure.
cheap.
Sure.
But oh man, I love that thing. That was so cool.
Mike Robinson in the chat says you need to start selling snacks for the dog days of podcasting.
Snacks.
Would they be dog
Dog
snacks? Scooby snacks?
Hey, I'll
Okay,
just
on
I'll
the
just put some
mobile interface, the comments show up at the top, so
No.
I'm gonna have to duck.
I'll just take some of my dog treats from my dog and put them in Ziploc bags for everybody.
Put that in the virtual fridge.
Juno and Clutch would not be thrilled with that.
No.
Oh,
All right,
darn.
that's it for the feedback.
All right.
Let's have the band play us out, and we'll go right into
Did you say for the feedback or feedback?
history, 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 history. On this day in history for November 19th, 2025, there's like 4 days left in the year.
Ah,
No, it's only the 323rd day, which means there's 42.
42.
Special number there.
Yeah.
That's also 101010. Okay, it was on this date in 1493 that Christopher Columbus went ashore on an island called Borinquien, where he first saw the day before. He later named it San Juan Bautista, later renamed again Puerto Rico. I guess they're
Oh.
selling naming rights on that island. We should try.
Just selling it. The Bank of America Island,
Technorama Island.
Technorama Island. And it was 209 years ago today that the Warsaw University was established.
Also, today in 1881, a meteorite landed near the village of Großliebenthal, southwest of Odessa. I made it sound German in some strange way. Odessa, Ukraine.
Is that the one that was like a big impact and knocked down all the trees? And
No, that
It's a
was the
mystery.
Tunguska event. And they
Okay,
never found the actual meteorite that caused that because they think it was a atmosphere explosion or above the. Anyway, keep going.
anyway, it was 109 years ago today that Samuel Gwynn and Edgar Selwyn established Goldwyn Pictures.
If only he had met Mayer and let's see, MGM. He's the G in MGM.
Yeah,
Let's get rid of this S guy. Then it'll be MGMS or MSG or something.
MSG. Like sodium, but not.
Nobody likes MSG. It was on that date in 1967 that saw the establishment of TVB, the first wireless commercial television station in Hong Kong.
And Apollo 12 astronauts Pete Conrad and Alan Bean landed at Oceanus Paracelsium.
Paramecium. What's it in English?
Yeah, the ocean of storms.
Good job.
Yeah, and became the third and fourth humans to walk on the moon on this date in 1969. What a
Also
good year.
today in 1996, see, we flipped the 6 and the 9 around.
Yeah.
Space Shuttle Columbia was launched on STS-80, which would become the longest mission in the program at 17 days. On this mission, astronaut Story Musgrave becomes the only astronaut to fly on all 5 space shuttles.
Wow. That was the longest mission of all of the.
All the space shuttle missions, 17 days.
Wow. Seemed like okay.
Woo,
Exactly 1 year later.
smelled pretty bad after that.
Yeah. Smells like burnt steak and dirty socks in here. Exactly 1 year later, Space Shuttle Columbia was launched on STS-87.
Happy birthday goes out in the state to Russian physicist, chemist, and astronomer, geographer Mikhail Lomonosov, born on this date in 1711. Why do I get the Russian physicist?
And George Herman Quincke, the German physicist and academic, was born 191 years ago today.
You totally Americanized that one.
I
Well
know.
done.
I don't care.
Indian English astronomer and author Agnes Gaburny, born on this date in 1845. Our apologies to everyone who was massacred.
Speaking of Englishifying something,
Gaburny?
born, huh?
It's Indian and English. I have no. Agnes is not Indian.
No, I don't think so. So born November 19th, 1876, Russian-Dutch mathematician and theorist Tatiana Afanasyevna Yeva.
James B. Sumner. Thank goodness, an easy one. The American chemist and academic Nobel Prize laureate was born 138 years ago today.
An American astronomer, Eleanor F. Helen, was born 93 years ago today.
Now we're on the home stretch. Also turning 72 today is American actor Robert Beltran. Chakotay.
Yes. Oh, I lost my place. American colonel, pilot, and astronaut Aline Collins is 69 today.
Another Star Trek character celebrating birthday today. 62 years old. American actress Terry Farrell.
Yeah, she was nice when we met her.
She's
And
still
Ameri-
nice.
Yeah, well, she's still, yeah. Well, I don't know. We only met her the one time. American businessman co-founded Twitter, Jack Dorsey, is 49 today.
49?
I
Shouldn't
thought
he
he
be
might
older
be
than that?
I thought he might be slightly older than that, but okay.
Yeah, me too. He's stupider rich than I was at 49.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Okay, apologies to the Belgians. Now we're going to close with a zinger. Belgian computer programmer Dries Bijtert. Sorry, Yorga.
Wow.
we can barely handle Yorga.
We should have had him read it.
Born on this date in 1978 when he gets back from Japan, if he ever got
Yeah.
back. Listener birthdays this week include November 22nd, Tom Pose, and the 25th is Lane Williams. And a calendar bot keeps spitting them out on Discord. We love it. I think that's the end of the music. We better finish this up. If you want to get onto the calendar, you can do that over at chuckchat.com/birthday. And now you can even put it into the calendar bot with a /calendar command. Ooh. Add your own events, holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. Celebrate someone's passing as a memorial. Okay. Yes, I've got different options on the drop down.
Okay. Thank you.
I think that's the end. That's the way it was on this day in history for November 19th, 2025. Random blue button. That one.
Good news, everyone.
What? Oh, this one's interesting. This comes from CNN.com. Scientists turn people's mental images into text using mind captioning technology.
We've already seen that on Star Trek.
I'm not sure I want my inner thoughts revealed as text. Of course, there is a whole sub discussion under here about what about privacy? Because I'll tell you that what they're doing is they're taking a series of images and showing to people and then reading what their brain patterns are, or what parts are lit up, and studying that enough to run it through an AI model to turn that into like phrases, so that if they have a picture in the article it mentioned, here is a dog biting a man, and whatever parts light up, you could recreate that thought or that sentence when you see those parts of the brain light up again.
Yes.
What they don't have is man biting dog.
Isn't that one of those not tongue twister, but it's like a game, isn't it? Man biting dog.
I don't know, but my inner voice should not be heard to the rest of the world. They were saying that perhaps there's some sort of, well, first of all, the scientist who came up with this, or who's unlocked some of this, said it's not that good yet. To start doing mind reading and saying, this is what Craig really thinks about Chuck.
Yeah.
But if it got to that point, they'd say, we want to make sure that privacy is first, and there would be some sort of like unlock keyword that you could do. So
It's kind of it'd be like our geek thoughts that we used to do.
Uh,
Hey, can I take 2 battery backups and plug one into the other? And they just stay charged the whole time.
matter, antimatter, does it matter?
Yeah.
We might have to
Hey,
start
by the
bringing those back.
yeah, we should be playing some of those.
20th anniversary content. That's what we need.
Ooh, wait. We need a podcasting against humanity.
Like
Cards.
Clinton did. Only we would only have one highlight.
One highlight. We made it to 20 years. That's the highlight.
What was the funniest thing we said? I don't know, but it made Keith laugh pretty good, so it must have been funny.
Yeah. Oh, Keith. Yeah.
All right. Also, Blue Origin has now become the second company to land a rocket vertically and in the ocean on a platform.
I'll be honest, watching the video, it was pretty impressive.
And it's bigger. It's bigger than SpaceX.
Yeah. It is. And when it came down, it was obviously not aligned with the ship but it had enough fuel and enough you know uh ability to be able to move itself into position, and then it came down and landed. I was like, wow, that seems pretty, pretty
That's
impressive.
better than the autocorrect I have on my phone.
Yeah. Bring it in for landing, Chuck.
Yep.
Hey, what else was cool was I think this was a video they shared afterwards because I don't remember seeing this on the landing video, but the drone ship camera where you can see the legs on the ground or on the ship itself. I thought, wow, those are much smaller than SpaceX. And then you could see where the bolts would fire, and it was securing itself to the deck. It was like, and so it won't tip over. It's like that's pretty cool.
Usually the bolts blow off so they can take off, but these are like latching it on.
Yeah. So the legs were on the ground, so it was the flame had gone out. It was standing there.
Otherwise,
and
it'll tip over.
so in a little bit of a smoke, you could see little explosions where it was attaching itself to the deck of the ship.
Like the Borg queen when she slips into her outfit.
Yes, Chuck, exactly like that. But yeah, I thought it was impressive to watch. So good for them. That's a
We
that's an amazing
also
thing.
we also let's talk about hacks and strange stories for a sec.
Okay.
Have you ever used the finger command?
A long, long time ago.
Yes, a very long time ago. In fact, I almost forgot about it until I was recently looking on one of our Linode servers, and I went, "Is anybody out there?" That was
Yeah.
the who command. And if they're
I-
out there, who
I
are
don't think
they?
I don't think I really ever used it much at all. I
No,
mean,
it was very. I mean, we were never remote enough to do that. So anytime we had to, in the lab environment that we were doing the software development lab, you could just like look around the corner and go, "Is Joe over there?" You don't have to
Yeah.
use the finger command. Like,
look at his cube.
I
Yeah.
already know his phone extension is 3224.
Yeah. Yeah. I never
So
messed with it that much.
That's what the finger command is it would tell you either on the same system or even later on a remote system, hey, I want to see what Craig at this host is and bring information back. Well, turns out there's some security vulnerabilities. And that's because Microsoft decided to eventually adopt the protocol
And it
and never really
breaks
did
and
anything with it.
expand. Isn't that what it was? Isn't that Microsoft's thing?
You could I don't completely understand all the commands they've got here, but they're using it through command.exe and piping it here and there, and you could fool people. I like some of these Reddit comments. I just fell for verify you are a human win plus R. What do I do? I was in a rush and fell for this and ended up entering the following in my command prompt. CMD/C start /min CM. It's like, how do you accidentally enter this thing that's about 140 characters long, full of slashes and quotes and .coms? Verify you're a human.
Oh, I hit paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to try harder on that with me.
Finger.
It's
Hey, if you've ever used finger,
have you ever given me the finger?
call it. Well, now that you mention it, Chuck. No, so I mean, again, I've probably used it once or twice, but I never messed with it much.
Yeah, it was kind of a fun experiment to go, oh, is this still around? And that was
Mhm.
it. I never really used it again. But if you know the username and you know the host they're at, theoretically you could find out
Hey,
more
that
information about
the
them.
command's still on my on my Mac.
I forgot that it also had it was more than just like information about the person, like
Mhm.
what's their shell, because it's pulling some of this stuff from the Etsy password. But you could also put in your home directory like
Yeah.
a .plan file. Like, I forgot all about that. We would screw with people and say, "What's your plan?" "Retirement." Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the early '80s going, now
Yeah.
that yeah, a little too early for that one.
Like, actually, if you think about it, what just showing your home directory path could be potentially a security issue.
Or phone number, how much of
I
this is PII?
I actually have my phone number on all my emails. Well, it's not a big deal.
I do for work emails. I don't do that on my Gmail anymore
Yeah.
because those tend to go, I don't know, a little further all over the world. And plus,
Well,
I can't
after
hold
all
down
these
a job.
years, I think it's that horse has left the barn.
So that's why I don't pay extra for my DNS to keep things private. Like they've got
Oh,
information about me from the
I
1980s.
know.
That horse really left the
Yeah.
barn.
Well, I use hover.com, and um anonymity is on by default. It's
I
not
think
it's
Namecheap is too.
yeah.
So somebody's got my old Appleton address.
Mhm. Speaking yeah, right. Well, speaking of insecurities, how about the Lube's video surveillance system?
Hey, that's great. Yeah, it sounds like it reminded me of Spaceballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the
Yeah.
number on my
Well,
luggage.
well,
Their
let's remind
video.
everybody that the Lube got it was a heist, what, about a month ago now?
Yeah, last month.
They stole some stuff, and then people are like, "How'd they get in?" Well, because they got around the video system, and uh
And what was the password on the video system?
Louvre. Louvre, not even just Louvre.
And there was another system. What was it called? Telmar or something?
Oh, yeah.
It's further down in the article. And the password for that was same thing, not
Yeah.
Louvre, but it was the name of the company. I'm like, really? And get this, they had security audits back in 2014 that flagged this multiple times.
So the password's been Louvre for
A long time.
at least 11 years?
Yeah, and they didn't replace the system either because it just worked or I mean, the vendor's out of business, so
Hey,
they're not gonna get any support out of
what's
that.
worse, is that particular machine's probably set never to sleep, so, you have to log back in.
As long as you don't take the floppy out, we're good.
Yeah, so Pierre comes in the morning and just moves the mouse and starts working.
Speaking of floppies, we should mention that we finally got our, uh, chuckchat.com site onto the new server, and we had to detach the old storage volume because we've got about 100 gig of podcasts sitting out there over the
Mhm.
years. So we detached it from the old server and we attached it to the new server. And then we had to find a mount point. And we went, it was attached to Mount Media, but there's already something living there. What should we call it? So it took us about 60 seconds. And then Craig and I both cracked up when we said, we're going to attach it to /MNT/floppy. So our whole podcast is running off a floppy drive.
Right. Some virtual floppy drive attached to the thing.
It's a cloud floppy.
Cloud floppy.
I said, Mount Floppy sounds like a hill I don't want to climb.
No, it does not. No.
So then the article goes on about the Louvre. He goes on to talk about what good password policies are.
I mean, how can they not? They got such
They're
a look at their whole
Yes.
inventory in the library in the museum.
They're responsible for a whole bunch of rare artifacts on Earth
Yeah.
that have lax security. Somebody else, the tweets and the memes were just hysterical. Like, oh, I guess all the good passwords were taken by the British Museum.
Oh, ow.
Or someone said the Bank of France's password is 1234.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I bet you $20 their security is probably really tight, except for their virtual security.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Stop scanning my man person to fix the password back in.
I mean, actually, even myself, I think you included, Chuck. Due to one password helped in this a lot. I'd used Bitwarden before, but one password made it a little simpler to be able to find or replace a lot of passwords. So I would say 99% of mine are all unique at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's a few that are, I wouldn't say weak, but moderate
Hmm.
because, they're shared between you and me. It's like, now, if I'm going to change them, I got to, coordinate a change management request with you or Donna or somebody else.
Mhm.
It's those shared ones that usually the worst, ironically.
Yeah. And I think so the ones that it's complaining to me the most
Mhm.
about is like a device that's in my house. It's like I use the same
Yes.
password for a couple of little teeny devices that it's not going to matter because it's inside my network and it doesn't
Yep.
work on the internet.
Yep.
So it complained about those and went, I'm not worried about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll make it 32 characters of symbols, numbers, and uppercase and lowercase. Like,
Yeah.
I won't ever use the device if I have to do that.
All right. Here's the one problem I have is that on our Roku, every once in a while, a service like Apple TV or Roku, I'm sorry, Hulu or something like that wants to
Yeah.
re-authenticate. So then Kim's like, I'm out of town or something. Kim says, "What's the password?" And I send it to her, and it's like a string. She goes, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not making it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or Louvre. I can make it the Louvre."
Juno.
Yeah, Juno. So I'm like, "I'm sorry. That's just the way we're going to have to work."
All right. Our listeners aren't that dumb, right?
Sure.
You know what to do for good passwords. Use a
Yeah.
password vault, change them regularly.
Hey, Bitwarden or 1Password is a really good option. What I was mentioning about 1Password
Or
was
bio or passkeys. Yeah.
well,
Using a vault is definitely a must these days.
yeah. What I was going to say was what made it really easy for me. It was using the Watchtower, and it's a feature of 1Password.
Oh, it becomes a gamification at that point. How high
Yeah,
can you make
because
your
it
score?
tells you which ones are weak, which ones are duplicated, and
Where two-factor or multi-factor are available.
yeah, or passkeys, and
Passkeys, yep.
yeah, and so I did find something weird about passkeys. I'm not sure if it's my misunderstanding or something, but I think I've got all my passkeys in 1Password, but I think there's been a couple of sites it wanted to only save it with the browser. I'm like, well, no, I want to save that passkey in 1Password, and it was kind of a pain to get it to do it.
We need to turn off passwords on Donna's Chrome because she keeps, logging into a site and it will come up with 1Password and then over it comes the Chrome one. So she's
Now,
not quite paying attention. I think she's still saving things off into Chrome. And I say,
yeah,
no, don't do that because then I don't have
here-
access.
here's the
And
problem. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
One of the things I noticed about Chrome a long time ago, because I did experiment with the password thing when it first came out,
Yeah.
and I only had a few passwords in it, and I went with Bitwarden anyway. So if you have anything saved in there, it will offer it to you whether you have the password turned off in Chrome.
Yep.
So you really need to go in and delete them all.
That's the thing. Yes, that's what I eventually did.
Yeah, because if you have anything in there, it'll offer it.
Yep.
And I'm like, for a while, it's like, why is this still coming up? It's turned off. I double checked it, still turned off. I went, oh wait, I delete them and it quit. I'm like, thanks. It's not
I have
disabled.
nothing to offer you anymore.
Here, just please. Yeah, that was stupid.
All right. On to the shout out to the chat room. We do
Whoa.
the show Sunday nights. What?
We got one more. Remember when?
The Louvre. Remember? Oh, no. Shout out to the chat room comes before remember
Oh,
when.
true.
Nah.
All right,
you weren't
fine.
paying attention.
Fine.
8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday nights is when we hang out here. We'd love to see you there. Facebook or YouTube. Go check it out. Subscribe. Do the needful. Is that what they say these days? I don't know.
Do the what?
Do
You know
the
what gets me is
needful.
everybody using the term, "Oh, he's cooked." I'm like, cooked.
Does that have anything to do with spoons? Like stirring the
Spoons?
soup?
No. Oh, no, but it's like I've seen a bunch of younger people. I sound like an old man. Younger people
I
like,
am an old man.
oh,
I
he's
should sound
cooked.
like one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words that are popping out. There's a this is coming from algorithms that are elevating this on TikTok, and that's why kids are saying it. Like, I don't want to sound like a seventh grader. Who wants to talk like a 13-year-old boy? Like, not me. And if I can't understand that kid, good.
Yeah.
It's just an opportunity. Okay. Anyway, that's my
Hurry
own
up, or we're
rant.
going to be cooked.
Okay. Sunday nights, 8:30. Hang out with us. Let's do the remember when. All right, now we get into the worst selling product in Microsoft history. That was worth it right there.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Guess I love this article. Thank you for bringing this up. The worst selling product in Microsoft history was only sold 11 times, and 8 of them were returned.
So there's what? 3 out in the wild?
That's a lot of lost ROI.
Right.
Oh, what is this, you ask? It is OS2. You're like, well, wait a minute. OS2 sold lots of copies. I remember installing that
Yeah.
for the Mach 20. What was the Mach 20? It was an accelerator board that you could put in your PC that had like a 286 and then plugged into the CPU socket.
Hmm.
So you're still bogged down by the bus and the hard drive speed and whatever the
yeah.
RAM was doing. But
There was
this
no
really,
overclocking those really well.
and it didn't really work that well, which is why 8 of them were returned.
That's
I
funny.
can't imagine whatever happened to the product manager for this thing. It's
He
like,
just walked
"You know
out.
what? We should cross compile this
He was quoted as saying, "I'll let myself out."
because his password was 1234."
Louvre.
So yeah, great article from Tom's Hardware if you want to go check it out. It's pretty darn fun.
Hey, by the way, the little Mach 10 thing looks like it just looks like a button on top of his keyboard. I guess you can turn it on or off.
I guess I don't know what that little thing on the keyboard was for, but they show the full ISA card a little lower down. The Mach 10 was an 8086 replacement, which gave you a slight boost, but the
Yeah.
8286 from the
Right.
Mach 20 gave you more.
Back when they would include the card as part of the marketing material.
I just like the ribbon cable that goes to the CPU socket.
What?
It had a ribbon cable.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was gray or one of those rainbowy ones.
Right. I think most of the cables I ever messed with are gray.
Yeah.
Those ribbon cables. I had to repair a couple. I had to add a connector or a
Smash
couple.
new ends on them. Yeah, and hope you got it right.
Yeah, it was like I'm sitting there looking at the top and the bottom. That looks like they're all in the groove.
Boom. Once you're in, you're in.
I use a
Okay.
pair of pliers to no, a vice grip. That's what I did. I put it, I hold it together, put it in
I
a
just
vice
used a
grip.
vice.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, a vice. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't smash the pins. All right. On to where were we? We did the history. Patreons. Patreons. There we go. The people who are the powerhouse, the mitochondria of this.
That's right.
They keep us going. Thank you to Alexis Duran, Amber Elstad, Amy Bowen, Abner Braverman, Ben Vaughn, Brad Miller, Brian Brown. You know, I say these every week. You think I'd remember them after a while? But no, I was trying to remember the Steves in a row, and I couldn't. Chris Martinez, Chris MC, Dandy Mancoyer. Most of these people have made it over to the Discord channel, and they hang out there under different names. Barbara Fett.
Right.
Where was I? Dean Jensen, Denise Inglis, Gary Lindros, Jason Pollard, John Clifford, John Noble, Yorga Schrowen, Crazy Joe, Kyle Nishioka, Leon, and Mark Kilfoyle, Mike Wills, Saturday Morning Media, Stephen Weshy, Steve Cody, Steve Therian, Steve Webb, Steve London, Sylvain Rasico, and Tim Cook.
Yay.
So it goes Weshi, Cody, Therian, Webb, London.
Therian Webb. We saw that in Star Trek too.
Therian, no, Therian Webb. I don't think so, but close.
Yeah, close.
They all went over to chuckchat.com/Patreon. New link. Redirect. You don't have to remember the other one. It was too long to type anyway.
Yeah.
We saved you a few characters.
Yeah.
chuckchat.com/Patreon. That part does work after we did the migration.
Mhm.
And for as little as $1 a show, they get mentioned in the show. They get extra content that we record right after this show. They get a postcard when we travel, and there's different levels too. Some people are getting a t-shirt, which it's probably not too early to start thinking about the 2026 design.
Speaking of useless merch.
Get your useless merch right here. Be a patron.
Right.
You'll get a pile. I think, what if we got 5 shirts now?
At least, yeah.
We're doing pretty good. Or we'll just pull one off of the stack from Chuck's Tea Public. Send those.
Yeah.
You know what we should do is we should just have them direct shipped to them. I don't know why I get them shipped here and then ship them out. But anywho, that's it for the patrons. Let's stop the music and we're going to go into we're going to have to do this kind of rapid fire style.
Yeah. Well, one of them we can double up on.
Okay, see how fast I can get through this list. Quantum Leap on Netflix, the new ones, not the one with Captain Archer.
Yeah.
But this is a follow-on. Donna and I started watching this. We watched the first episode, said, hey, let's give it a try. And we enjoyed it very much. Similar premise about a guy who's time traveling, but it's built on the old story. And they're leaving a whole bunch of open-ended questions like, why did he do that? And similar concepts, like every time he leaps, he doesn't remember who he is or what he's doing, and he's got to be reintroduced. So good for the newcomers who never saw the original 90s series to understand what's happening and how it goes. Also dug back into the vault and came up with High Plains Drifter with Clint Eastwood. That movie, I'm surprised they still show that because there is an assault scene right near the beginning of the movie going, what the heck? Yeah, it's almost MST3K except for that scene.
Oh, really? Okay.
I also watched an even older movie tonight, but I'm not going to get that one in my list this week. We already have a whole bunch of stuff. Also watched Being Eddie, which is a bio about Eddie Murphy.
Right. That's on my list I wanted to see.
Very, very good. Very good. He is one of the few people that went from practically nobody to instant success.
Yeah.
He says you can't really put him in a box to say he's a comedian, he's a musician, he's an actor, what is he? He's an artist is what he says. He's an artist. He just finds whatever he's expressing. But he's also one of the few people that has had that level of success that A, it hasn't gone to his head, and B, it hasn't messed with his life in terms of, drugs or alcohol or it sounds like you could sit down and hang with the guy and he's pretty darn cool.
He would have been a prime suspect for something like that to happen to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, with that level of success.
Yeah, it's very unusual these days, unfortunately, but he did a great job. The other one was the 1998 classic film Deep Impact.
Yes, a fun family film.
A fun, horribly scientific film. I'm sorry, when you watch these things, you go, "Oh, that can't really happen." Nope.
You have to be able to, suspend belief a little bit.
What was we'll get to another bad scientific one. Yes, you do have to suspend disbelief. The only good things about that is Morgan Freeman, and he plays the president, and Frodo Baggins before he was Frodo Baggins.
Right.
So that was pretty fun watching that. Like, wait a minute. That's yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Also watched the new movie on Netflix called Frankenstein, and I believe you watched this also.
Yeah, we both watched that. That's right.
What are your thoughts on it?
I'll be honest with you, I kind of enjoyed it. I thought there was incredible acting performances. The makeup was great. The scenery was awesome. I'm not sure. I'm trying to recall. It's been a long time since I read the original Frankenstein, so I don't recall how close it is to the
Oh,
original
it's
material.
based it said it's based on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, or,
Right.
what's the alternate title? A Modern Prometheus?
Yes,
But,
I liked it. It was
I
a
liked it
long.
too. I
Yeah,
thought it was really well done. The cinematography, the acting, the storytelling, because they start you out in the frozen Arctic with a ship that's stuck in the ice.
At first
A
I was like, "Am I watching the right movie?"
Exactly.
Come on,
And
man, push the boat. I was
and
like,
then they rescue Victor Frankenstein, and he tells his story.
mhm,
Uh, Meanwhile, there's this crazed lunatic monster thing that's trying to get on board and just keeps yelling, "Victor!"
yeah,
Uh, then we finally get the other side of the story, which is very deep. I mean, you get it
the
from the
creature side.
monster's perspective. Yeah,
Yeah.
creature is a better word than monster.
Well,
But, in
was
this version
is that PC nowadays?
in this version, yeah, we don't wanna be cruel to the other monsters. Uh, in this version, he can't die because they
Yeah,
keep shooting him, or he falls through the ice and
he
comes
heals
back.
quickly.
Like,
Yeah,
he cannot die, and that's his cross to bear, if you will, that he can't live because he's shunned by everybody else. He's an outcast, but he can't die. So the only thing he wants is for Victor to make another monster so he can have a companion. And
yeah,
Victor says, "No, no, 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 no. Then what?
yeah,
You're gonna procreate and we'll have more creatures?"
yeah.
Like, yeah, that ain't happening. So great storytelling. I really enjoyed it. I
I
give this
did
one a
enjoy it
thumbs
as well.
on there as well.
There was wait a minute, there was something I was
Yeah.
gonna say about it, I don't know. It escaped my mind. I'll think
All
about
right. Well, if it comes up, let me know.
it. Mhm.
The final one I've got is a 6-part series called Alexander Making a God. It's about Alexander the Great and how
Okay.
he went up against King Darius of the Persian Empire. And you get this little colony on the edge of the empire called Macedonia. That it's sort of sort of storytelling. Uh, there's this old lady kind of with the Egyptian Nefertiti style hairdo, and she's telling this story and using these sage words, two men shall meet and only one shall win. And
Right.
you feel like it's kind of straight out of Hercules, the Disney movie. Was that Disney? That wasn't Disney. I think that might have been DreamWorks or something. Anyway, uh, she's telling the story, and then you jump to archaeologists digging in Alexandria, modern day,
Oh,
going, "We found these stones way down deep, like 30 meters down, that we believe are at the base, and these were laid by Alexander." And then they start in on his story about how he ran away for a couple of years. They introduce you to what was his friend's name? Hercules? Not Hercules. He had uh,
Hercules.
No, it wasn't Hercules. And Ptolemy was also one of his friends. Now, Ptolemy, you may remember, was later made a pharaoh. It's like, remember the Ptolemaic dynasty?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Ptolemy, the
Mm,
Ptolemy.
Ptolemy.
So it really did a great job of,
The pterodactyl.
right. D is Djibouti. It did a great job of showing how he advanced, where his victories were, and all of a
Mhm.
sudden he just like goes off on a side tangent, which was part of his PR, his brand campaign, if you will. He never really did what Darius thought he would do when he thought he would do it, and that was his downfall.
Mhm.
Uh, and it really was from they cut to scholars who are telling the story for a while, and then they cut to the actors who are doing the reenactments. I enjoyed this. I don't normally binge something start to finish, but 6 episodes of this, they're all about 40 minutes each. Just plowed right through it
Yeah.
on Saturday. My wife is away, and
What are you
just
doing? Yeah,
nothing.
what are you
I'm
gonna do?
retired, and I got nothing better to do but watch
Yeah.
quasi documentaries. So
Yeah.
I
Actually,
enjoyed that one.
coincidentally, Alexander the Great was my old friend's CB handle. I was Conan the Barbarian, by
Modest,
the way.
modest guys, aren't you?
I was Conan. He was Alexander the Great.
Okay, we talked about Frankenstein. What else you got in your bag of holding?
All right, so Kim and I started watching Harry Potter, the Wizards of Baking, which is season 2, where it's a competition show where people are baking scenes, or not really scenes, but um, making confection based on suggestions and scenes and things from Harry Potter, and some of them are
Needs more
very.
mandrake root.
Where's those frogs? I don't know. So it's I'm gonna tell you, some of them are very elaborate, and they move. Some of them move, do things. It's really cool to see. So anyway, if you're into baking shows, it's kind of fun, and if you're especially if you're into Harry Potter,
Cool.
yeah, you might like that. And it's hosted by James and Oliver Phelps, who played the twins on Harry Potter.
Oh, I didn't see this last article you put in here in the Geek Library.
Well, whose
I'm
fault is
looking
that?
at it now. Real quick, it's the 7 phases of the internet. There's denial, anger.
No. That's social media.
Oh, phase 1, the internet. The
Yeah.
internet was originally conceived in the 1970s to interconnect computer networks. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. Phase 2, the mobile internet. Phase 3, Internet of Things. Phase 4, the Internet of AI agents. I think we're in that age. Phase 5, the Internet of Senses. Smellorama again.
Smell. I thought the same thing.
Phase 6, the ubiquitous internet. Phase 7, the quantum internet. Hey, we were just talking about that show. We can
Yeah.
jump back in time and forget everything and have to save Jackie Onassis. Comparing the internet's 7 phases goes on here. We have a lovely article for you. Just go to episode 789 at
Did-
chuckchat.com.
Did you notice the co-author of this article?
Co-author is Dr. Malik Tatipaluma Vint Surf.
And yeah, Vincent Cerf, the inventor of the internet.
What?
Vincent Cerf. I'm Vincent Cerf.
Really?
Yeah,
Dr.
co-inventor
Vincent Cerf
of
is
the-
VP and Chief Internet Evangelist of Google and the co-inventor of the internet with Robert Kahn.
Yeah, he works at the internet. Worked at CERN. That's where
Is he that old?
he is.
'Cause
Go look him up.
Does it go back to internet to ARPANET, or is he just talking about internet?
I think it's like the modern web. The web part of the
Well,
internet.
that's like starting in the 90s with Tim Berners-Lee.
You gotta go look him up then. Vincent Cerf.
All right.
We'll do it while everybody watches.
We'll watch you read an article. How's that
Right.
for exciting podcasting?
Yeah.
No, that takes us to the end, but we do have a question of the week for you before we let you loose as we close out our hour of fun. When you were younger, who influenced you?
I
Now,
got one right on top of my head.
let's
How
go
about you?
beyond, my father or my baseball coach.
Exactly.
We want the nerd influence.
Yeah.
Was it comedians? Was it actors? Was it television shows? I guess we could say authors. Yeah, because books would influence you too.
Yeah. I can tell you mine right now.
I've got like 4. Go ahead.
Well, at least to start off with, there's a couple more, but Douglas Adams. I love his wordplay and his comedic style writing. I loved it.
Yes.
That was a big influence on me, as well as Robin Williams, I would say.
Yes.
Not that I have this comedic timing, but I love
Nobody
his
has that
sense of humor.
comedic timing.
Yeah, and nobody does. There's at least a couple, and right off the bat, I can think of. How about you?
Yep. I'm going to save it for the Discord channel.
I got more. I got a couple more.
Right. So we will see you there. That's where all the cool stuff is happening during the whole week. But if you want to get in touch with us, there's a way you can do that. Oh, as the music cues us in, you can get a hold of us on the listener line. Throw that up on the screen so the people who are hearing impaired can also read it. 707-530-2428. That's 707-530-chat.
And if you're out of the US,
70753 chat. I'm gonna put that into music now. 70753 chat. 75. right.
okay.
Email us, technorama@chuckchat.com. We would love to hear from you. And let us know. We're trying out this new layout on YouTube. If you're watching in the wide format or you're watching in the mobile.
Yeah, it
Neo
was a new
format.
feature on StreamYard, so I thought I'd try it out.
Welcome to Upstairs Downstairs. I'm upstairs in this outhouse.
You know, I wish I could flip them real quick.
Give us a binary high five. We're out of here.
All right, 101. Look at there, I'm on top.
You know, as during the week, I'll think of something that I want to say somewhere in the show, usually at the beginning. We get to the show, I can't remember it.
That's why you capture.
I know. It's just like some random thing is like, oh, that would be fun for introducing this segment.
Yeah.
Nah, I want it to all be spontaneous. Okay, that takes care of our regular recording. It goes something like that. We'll get that uploaded. And if you're listening in podcast form, that'll come out on late Tuesday. Because sometimes people in Australia are already on Wednesday, and that's when we advertise that the show comes out. So
Hey, I tried to schedule it this last Tuesday.
came out really early this last.
No, wait a minute. So what happened was I put in the time and I tried to schedule it for the evening, but WordPress was not changing it. And all I had was publish. It wouldn't let me schedule it. I was like, what happened? My JavaScript quit responding or something?
Out you go.
I said, what the heck? I'll just go ahead and post it. So
All right.
there you go.
Good. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. If you were hanging out, we got Mike Robinson saying, wonder how high the swearing percentage is. Probably when we were talking about our brain patterns in our head. But until next time, take care, stay safe. We love you. Bye.
See ya.